One of our favorite fitness trackers and smartwatches from last year, the Apple Watch Series 8, is being replaced with the Series 9 model. The Apple Watch Series 9, which is the greatest option for anyone shopping for their first wristwatch or upgrading from an older model, is just slightly better than the Series 8. Apple's environmental commitment is worth taking into account, as seen by the battery's 100% recycled cobalt and 100% recycled gold, tin, copper, tungsten, and other elements. It has dozens of watch band choices and is available in 5 hues, with pink being the newest addition. Now let's into the details, price and availability. The starting pricing for the GPS-only form of the Apple Watch Series 9 is $399, while the GPS Plus cellular model costs $499. In contrast, the larger 44mm model will cost $429 out of the box, with an additional $529 for cellular support. Remember that connecting your Apple Watch separately from your iPhone will cost you more money from your cell provider. Design. Just comparing the Apple Watch Series 9 and Series 8 side by side would make it difficult to distinguish between the two models. The Apple Watch Series 9 is the notable exception. Nevertheless, we'll admit that it's more muted in person than it appeared during the speech, and even on Apple's website. It comes in a pink finish. Even though we definitely wouldn't wear the pink every day, we thought it was kind of attractive, almost like jewelry. Even though there are more design variations, you might not notice them. Not only are all aluminum Apple Watch models now constructed entirely of recycled aluminum, but they also have additional recycled interior components, such as a battery made entirely of recycled cobalt. Together with the metal watch, the new Sport Loop that came with my review unit is the first Apple product to be certified as carbon neutral, thanks to its 82% recycled yarn construction. Apple Watch Series 9 performance. Apple boasts significant improvements to the specs of its smartwatch silicon. With 5.6 billion transistors and 4-core neural engines that can power machine learning twice as quickly as before, the Series 9 chip sees a 25% increase in efficiency. A GPU that is 30% quicker produces smoother effects. The Series 9 felt noticeably snappier than the Series 8 when browsing menus and flipping between apps. Additionally, watchOS 10's new Smart Stack UI was a breeze to use. The Apple Watch's 18-hour all-day battery life is also preserved by the S9, even if the display brightness has increased to 2,000 nits. With a peak brightness of 3,000 nits, the Apple Watch Ultra 2 has surpassed the brightness rating of the Apple Watch Series 8, which is now doubled. The values are consistent with the display brightness of the Apple Watch Series 9, which did appear to match those of the original Apple Watch Ultra when we brought it outside. Along with the S9, Apple's new U2 ultra-wideband chip, which adds some new features, is also included in the Apple Watch Series 9. With its newfound ability to enable fully on-device computation, Siri operates even faster because no data is transferred to the cloud. Consequently, even when the Apple Watch Series 9 is not linked to Wi-Fi or a smartphone, Siri is still able to carry out some orders. Double tap. Feature. The double tap gesture is the main feature of the Apple Watch Series 9. From an accessibility perspective, even if you were already aware that you could use hand gestures to manage your Apple Watch, the new double tap feature appears to make single-handed Apple Watch control very useful for all users. There are multiple uses for double tapping, one of which is to go through the Smart Stack. A double tap instruction is also supported by several Apple Watch apps, like Apple Music and the timer. Another benefit is that you can double tap to send a rapid reply to an incoming text message, speak your response, and then double tap to reply. There are a couple things to keep in mind, though. Double tapping only functions when your wrist is raised purposefully, and double tapping is immediately disabled when you use sleep mode, so you won't have to worry about accidentally double pressing apps while you're in bed. WatchOS 10 and features. Many of the capabilities that people might identify with the Apple Watch, such as call and app usage, fitness tracking, step counting, heart health alarms, and sleep monitoring, have not been used up to this date. While the Apple Watch Series 9 boasts all of these functions compared to the Series 8, not much has changed in these areas. It does, however, come with watchOS 10. The software upgrade includes a number of new features for cyclists, including the ability to track mental health with the Mindfulness app, check visual health using the ambient light sensor on the watch, and switch between two different watch faces. We already covered the SmartStack UI. Battery life. We gave up long ago on the idea that the flagship Apple Watch would come with a fully functional, multi-day battery life, as was the case with other smartwatches we tested, primarily Garmin models. Even with the improvement of the Apple Watch low power mode last year, everyday use still requires daily charging, rated for 18 hours. You might want to look into Apple's second-generation Ultra if battery life is your top concern. When used normally, it lasts about 36 hours. When used in low power mode, it lasts up to 70 hours. However, there is no variation in the cost. It's wonderful that Apple's standard charging wire is braided, but it still takes the watch around an hour to charge from empty to full. At last, we can say that if you're in the market for a new smartwatch, the Series 9 is the best you're gonna find. The internal upgrades make a difference. The double tap gesture is super handy, and no one should take for granted the environmental statement this year's family of Apple Watch devices make. That's all for today. If you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe our channel, and hit the bell icon. Thank you all.